How greasy do I look? The reason I put so much sunscreen on is because perfectly sunny today. So awesome. Ouch. Baekje. Historically, there were three large kingdoms in Korea. Goguryeo, which is more like the North Korea area, Silla, that we've been exploring the last few days quite heavily along the east side, and Baekje, which is more here on the west side. You could look up the lines yourself if you're that curious. But it was from around 18 BC to 660 AD that Baekje was around. It was a huge, massive, very important, powerful kingdom. And now I am at the Baekje Cultural Land. I think it's like a theme park, or sort of like a theme park maybe, a showcase of the Baekje times. 6,000 won, and I got like a parking thing. Baekje Cultural Land is a new starting point for viewing the history of Baekje, which had been the original stream of ancient Japanese culture, and for making the superiority of its culture, which constitutes the basis of South Korea's national culture known to the world. I don't understand that. It's a new starting point for viewing the history of Baekje, which had been the original stream of ancient Japanese culture. Baekje influenced Japan, or Baekje was influenced by Japan? World-class park, it says. Baekje was famous for two things: their incredible maritime powers, shipbuilding and warships, things like that, and for bringing Buddhism into Korea. I'm guessing those two would have been connected, right? Being able to have these incredible ships to travel, to find Buddhism via traveling by these ships, and then coming back and bringing it back to Korea, right? This is awesome. The palaces and the temples in Seoul are so like insane and intensely busy, full of people. If you want a good Korean photo shoot where you wear a hanbok and all of that, come here. Look, there's just like a few people. You have the huge, gorgeous palace. Huge, gorgeous place. All to yourself. Holy shit. You can even go in. You can't do that at the other places. Cool. Yeah, the royal throne. This is where the king sat. It was also called the Dragon's Throne. It is placed at the center of the Cheongjong Palace. Cheongjong, which was the central building in this whole palace where the king received New Year's greetings from his officers and held national ceremonies and greeted foreign envoys. It was made and shaped with consideration for the data of ancient furniture. Yeah, this is a perfect example of what it would have been like back then. This is so awesome. You would never get to do this at any other palace. Well, this is like a theme park, right? Ordinary apparel. It was worn by the king and the queen in their ordinary lives. Yeah, the king and the queen's ordinary life. Like it was common. Look at this place, completely empty. You could rent your hanbok here right at the front. You don't have to go find a place way far away. It's all readily available. You would have this whole place. Take your photos if you wanted to. I want to see what that big thing is in a second. Whoa, the door is open. Ooh. I wonder if historically they used sand and gravel in between all of the temples. Or is that just like a modern thing so they don't have to do the landscaping? Whoa.
Listen, now a territory of Muryeong. Since Baekje is located to the south of Muryeong, it is only right that Baekje should be called South Muryeong from now on.
If you're curious what he's talking about, Baekje had 3 capitals in its time. First was Seoul. This capital was in Seoul for a long time, like 500 years maybe, because Baekje's time, no way they had furniture like this back then, did they? Let's go see the big tower. The first capital was Seoul, because Baekje was around for almost 700 years, right? I think like the first 500-ish years it was in Seoul, and then it moved to a little town called Gongju, and then it moved down here to Muryeong. I don't know if these capitals overlapped or if they were multiple capitals at the same time. Right now I'm in the city of Muryeong, like the actual freaking place where the capital was. I tried to go see the original fortress, just a little, it's like a 5-minute drive down the road. But it's not there anymore. They call it it's called a plaza. There's it's just like, there's nothing there. There's not even ruins there, so. But damn. Look at this. So well landscaped, all the different types of plants. There's like a crazy little forest area there. This is a place to be if you really want to do a photo shoot. Like, you would have all of this to yourself all day. You would have that to yourself. What a freaking place. Oh, I can't go inside. Authorized personnel only. I wonder what this building was for. Or what these styles of buildings were for, these huge tall ones. I would imagine religion. How about this one right here? The Daewongjong. Daewongjong. It's also called the Gumdang Hall. There's a Buddha triad. Isn't Buddha spelled with an H? It was built to deliver the feeling that it was very majestic and gorgeous when it is looked at outside. At the same time, it is very grand, solemn when it is looked at inside. What a place. It's made out of wood. I wonder who carved it. You hear that drum? I'm gonna go see it. That sounds so cool. There's some info here on what the tall building is. Oh yeah, it's a pagoda, duh. Oh, it's a 1-to-1 scale of the actual pagoda from the Baekje times. 38 meters tall. It's the first reproduction of a wooden pagoda from the Baekje kingdom. It's so weird to see these everywhere here. I hope I'm allowed to play the drum. I have no idea what any of this says. How many times do I have to play it? And do I have to pay? Nobody around here to boss me around. Cool. Look how huge it is. Freaking gargantuan. I wonder if these are real temples or it's like a mock. Like, it looks like a temple, but you can't pray here. It's not holy. Oh my lord. If you're curious, that's how small Koreans were. Averaging around 3'6". Some are a little bit taller, like these guys are maybe 4'1" or 3'11". Yeah, that guy is definitely 3'9". What are these? Ancient Tombs Park. It is a royal tomb It's supposed to be construction in the period of Sabi, which verifies the Chinese capital system has been performed on the outskirts of the city. Total 7 tombs were identified. These are real tombs. No way. The speakers are hilarious. Hidden rocks. It was restored here from the excavation at the slope of something of the Baekje Cultural Land. Inside the chamber has a rectangular structure with trimmed granitic walls. The floor is with pebbles. The ceiling is covered with 5 big stones. Cool. Did they do something with the body? Oh, at that time it would have been a skeleton. Every single one just has a little light inside. This is where a body was. It was restored here from the excavation. Yeah, same. Was sealed with a flagstone after placing a dead body inside the chamber. See, there was freaking skeletons in here, but they did something with them. I'm like the only one here. 2 people over there. This is weird. I think this is a mock town. Probably the middle class, the lower and middle class. Living culture village. This is a site for showing types of housing upon the class of the Sabi period of Baekje dynasty. Oh, it's comprised of nobility, military officials, middle class, and low class. All class. Which side's the low class? We've seen a lot of the middle class, which is this style of housing. The low class is the ones with, I'm guessing the ones with the thatched roofing. 6 is a doctor. 13 is public well. 15 is a sculptor. Yeah, the thatched houses are the regular people. 2 is the noble's house. I was totally right. Fuck, I'm good. We've seen a lot of the rich people's houses in the last few days. But not so much of the lower and the middle class. Public well. My buddy calls his ass the pubic well. It's all in Korean. How do I even get in here? Listen to these birds. Oh, here's a bathroom. I was wondering how their bathrooms were. Classic, just a huge tunnel dug and then you just do your thing in a hole in the ground. I should use it. Their homes are really, really small. Where's their beds? Little tiny kitchen. I guess they just slept on the ground or something. Oh, I think I found one. I guess they just laid down right there because they got the sheets and some of the other stuff. What did they even use for? I guess they had fancy cloths. It was Asia compared to us, which was just pelt. What's that? Ashtray? Oh, for probably freaking, I don't know, incense. Cool place. If you're curious, a lot of places outside of North America still sometimes use thatched roofs. A thatched roof being these grass kind of roofs, and they last a long time once they're built. If you take care of them. I don't know how you would take care of them. I was just so depressed, just like, stop looking at me. The chicken, ducks, and bunnies are real. Whoa, I scared it. Why would they have all of this and you can't even see the freaking animals? There's big bunnies in there. There's a turkey in there. Oh, and a chicken. Oh, better. You can see a bit better through here. Oh, and a single duck. Whoa. This is cool. Were these the low class, entirely thatched house? Pit house dietary life. Baekje people cooked with a cauldron. I don't know if these are the lowest class houses. I have no idea. There's no signs. They got a freaking watchtower. They don't say if any of them are the lowest class houses or what the houses were. No idea what this is. Could be a royal tomb for all I know. Kind of sad life. Your entire existence is just this pond. Nice.
여기 먹었다.
There's so many fish. I don't know what kind of fish these big ones are. Out of everywhere I've been in Korea, I think the Baekje Cultural Land is in probably my top 3 places I've been. It's a very, how would I explain it? Korean place. Visitors not permitted. Drunk visitors, number 1. Also, while you're here, check out the Baekje Historical Museum. It is. Holy shit, this is a 10 out of 10 museum. I've never seen such an in-depth place in my life. It cooled down a bit to 29. You can kind of see it. Let's see. The name of the fortified capital from 18 BC to 660. Baekje was 18 BC to 660. This, where we're just about to go, was the next capital after Seoul. Seoul was the capital for like the majority of the time. Let's see if there's any. Yeah, was established after the kingdom moved its royal capital from Hanseong, the old name for Seoul, present-day Seoul, to Ungjin, present-day Gongju, the city we are in now, in 475. The original structure was a combination of earthen and stone walls, but it was rebuilt only in stone during the Joseon period. The walls were just compacted earth. All of this was just earth, like just fucking pounded. But then it was stone fortified later by the Joseon Empire. I don't know how long it was the capital, but it wasn't that long. I think 60 or 65 years this was the capital.
이후에 꼭대기 막로 보고 가자고. 어디에 있어? 여기야 이후에 꼭대기.
Small ass town. I wonder what the population is. Oh, my legs. Oh. Woo. Places like this, they don't have rails. Just says caution, fall hazard. Yeah, this town is so small for what used to be a capital city of such a large empire. This is the Gongsanseong Fortress. If you're completely ignorant to what a fortress is, it's a fortified building. And what they mean by fortified, it is a fort. That's as far as my non-ignorance goes. Stone fortified, meaning the fortress is made into a fort by stone. These walls are long, they're 2.6 kilometers long. So it's gonna take you a while to walk around them. But inside of the walls is what used to be the fortress. It's been 1,500 years since the empire was here. The capital was here. Everything inside these walls, right? So the army was here, the royal family was here, the main gargantuan buildings of where the government buildings were. According to modern satellite surveys, there's about 80, there was about 80 buildings in here. As you walk along the ancient fortress wall surrounded by the silky Gum River, you can see the splendid scent of the ancient kingdom of Baekje 1,500 years ago. So they moved its capital in 475 due to the attack of King Jeongsu of Goguryeo. Again, North Korea attacking freaking Seoul. Yeah, the total length of the castle is 2,660 meters. what did it say? I could, while feeling the breath of Baekje. I feel it. Gorgeous up here, but can you tell how humid it is just by like, you can't even, like that's so close. That would probably take me 20 minutes to walk over there. And you can't even barely see it because of the freaking humidity in the air. So you mix that with the 29 degrees and that's what makes it feel unbearable. But my skin is in great moisturized condition. Sometimes these walks, when I see them with my eyes, it just looks like fantasy land. Like they rebuilt some of the buildings inside of here. Historical remains of the Gongju Fortress. I don't know if we're gonna go see any of them. I don't really want to. I don't know if this would ever fly at home. It seems so dangerous if a little kid is walking here or something. Oh, I think we have no choice but to see some of the buildings. Yeah, duh, they would have the pavilions on the actual castle walls. Oh. I should have timed how long it would take to walk around. Oh my God, look how fucking steep this is. This is the first time I've ever seen trees like not coming straight out of the ground. I gotta learn how to bring freaking water with me. I never think about it until I need it. At the very least, a nice ice cold Coca-Cola Zero. Gorgeous. I'm at the other side of the walls. Sorry for the wall speed run. Oh, I'm just a little late on my schedule today. Yo, look at that. That's awesome. This is probably where the fortress was. I'm totally guessing. Probably right there. There's my car. Just 5 minutes from the fortress up there is this little hill right here, right? Now if you look, look at that. Some guy on July 5 in 1971 was just like laying some pipes here for the city and like he hit one of these rocks or something. And it was like, boss, you gotta see this shit. It turned out to be King Muryeong. This was King Muryeong's tomb, right here. I don't think it looked like this though, but some guy was just digging. You can see my reflection. Some guy was just digging in here, and he was like, he fucking found this tomb, the 25th king of Baekje. Imagine if his tomb looked like this. See, finding this tomb was pretty significant. It was closed and not raided. No one in the history of the world even knew he was here for 1,442 years. And this was where his body was. Whoa. Crazy, right? Body was just right here. Smells like carcass. Oh, and they call it tomb number 5 because I think there was seven mounds. Like they just look like mounds in the ground, right? After 1,500 years, there was 7 found, and this one's number 5. I'm trying to see if there were any other pictures of what the tomb actually looked like before it was made into this. These are some of the pictures. Imagine that, 1,500 years and the brick still is like, it's still has its color and still has its designs. Yeah. The tomb was discovered during drainage work for tomb number 6. Oh, it wasn't even for the city, it was still for the other tombs, and they're like, it was kind of small. It's a little bit different. Bigger stones, but kind of smaller and longer. And they would have been laid down there. And then that stone would heat up and the body would cook. People would go in for a little feast. There were some paintings of some animals inside the tombs. There's only so much information you could get online, right? Everything I know is from the internet, so actually coming to the places, you get to read all the other shit and correct all the information that you read off like Wiki or even the Korean websites for this place. They might have some translations wrong. Here's some of the stuff that were found in the tombs. Look at that, some of its crowns, gold, and this is all gold too, completely non-oxidized, not oxidized. Necklace there, earrings, like this is over 1,500 years old. It truly blows my mind to imagine these, what are they, rooster heads or something? And his sword just sat there for 1,500 years. Does it not blow your mind? And it was found in here. This is 2 tombs. The tomb, oh, I was at the other one and this one. They must be 5 and 6. This is King Muryeong's real tomb. How did they allow this to be explorable? Like, why do they allow this to be? People could touch the walls and shit. That is wild, yo. Now, when they found the king and the queen in the tomb there, they found over 5,000 artifacts buried with them. 5,000. I don't know what was there, but for sure a shitload of jewelry and probably some of their loved belongings, and I don't even know what that would be. Shoes, probably clothes. Judging by the other tombs I was in, maybe some of the stuff from their favorite horses, some of their favorite furniture. But the craziest thing they found was they found a plaque that explained the king's death, who he was and everything. And it said his exact death date too, May 7, 523. The year 523. I don't know if it said May 7, but that's what it translates to. It maybe said whatever May 7 is, like the day of the year of May 7. I don't know how they would have known it was the year 523 either. I don't know if they followed the same type of calendar we did or anything like that. But it did say May 7, 523, which was like an absolutely gargantuan find. You would never find that. That's God giving you a perfect piece of history, really. Or in this case, Buddha. And in that building right there, the Gongju National Museum, you could have seen all of the things they found at the tomb, all 5,000 artifacts. But I am an hour late, which is why I was really trying to run earlier, and it's closed. Do I look like I have been cooking in the sun all day? I feel like when you're trying to cook something on a pan that's too cold but just warm enough that all the oil and shit starts leaking out. That's what my body feels like. It's just a 2-minute walk. This museum is just a 2-minute walk away from the tomb. Damn! This is why I really like museums. You get to learn about what you're gonna see and then you could go see it. I also don't know if they have the plaque on display that shows the date that they found in the tomb. I really wanted to see that and confirm how the date says it's the date. I doubt it says May 7. I don't know how they would judge the year either, because I'm not sure if they used our style of calendar. Also, I have no idea. I wanted to learn about that. See, you learn some things, then you go to the place with the actual info, And you fill in the blanks. And now I'm gonna wonder for the rest of my life. Fucking bug. I just seen a fucking crazy accident right here. I don't speak Korean. Do I go and ask them if they need fucking help? I think me being parked on the highway might do worse. It looks like they're probably fine. There's another accident right here. Oh, what gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous sunset right now. That was the first time in all my road trips that I've seen a car crash. Like it was the car right in front of me, crashed. That was crazy. I really love Airbnb, but it's like, it's so hard to find your apartment. I don't even know if this is the right building. And then the list of instructions they send you is like pages, literally pages. They sent me 2 different addresses. I went to the wrong one. They sent me the first address and then they were like, sorry, go to this address instead, since I'm guessing it's a huge Airbnb company and they run several different buildings or something like that. I hope my other Airbnb isn't too far. I'm dying to freaking wash my body. Ooh. Oh yeah. Let's see. Gorgeous. Love it. How much did it cost me? 65 Canadian dollars. Hey, look. What a nice place, actually. Ooh, I really like that. I'm going to experience that right now.